Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
It's like a place right out of a storybook. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us. Revelio.
Clever. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Revelio. Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through to tomorrow.
I don't see myself doing it.
Get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Revelio.
I'll be quiet.
Incendio!
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Finger. No!
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here.
Incendio.
I won't rest. I've been fighting since before tomorrow. That's your best. If your spells glance off of me.
Leviosa.
What are you doing?
Defend.
Pity.
Not crazy. Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo!
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it might.
Also! Leviosa! Accio!
Devil's Snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them what they deserve.
Not to worry.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet. Accio. Levioso. Cabalso. Accio. Revelio.
Yes, of course.
Incendio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Revel. Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Accio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Aloha, Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight in... Can we please talk about what just...
Handy resource indeed.
Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Revelio. They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead, she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial?
Spare a moment. Deke has an idea to share with you.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I have plenty of opportunity.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to... Let's look at what we have, shall we? Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them. After you conjure the pen, you should be able to use it to breed your new thestrals.
Revelio. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Maybe near Brockborough, past the river. Revelio!
That's Expulso! Incendio!
Expelliarmus! I swear there's something. Incendio! Incendio! Costa!
Incendio!
Defender! Are you Expulso?
Expulso!
Arresto momentum. Crucible. Bombarda. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Too easy for me. You're the one who stole our
Griff, you're about to regret it. You left your well.
Just a bit of practice.
Finito.
Petrificus totale!
Confringo.
You won't go about stealing goblins stolen by others, should you?
I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less.
Enjoy.
Such arrogance.
You won't get up.
Imperial. You only have Ranrock to blame.
pitiful beast in my trap.
Imperial.
Your spells glance off of me.
I know you're the one who stole our hippogriff. We've been looking for you.
Imperial.
Expulsion!
You've notice you ain't wearing that goblin helm you One less foul-hulking brute.
Quite a violence.
No more happy days.
Imperial.
You're weak, human.
Hope you can answer me.
I've seen you so too easy. You hurt many of my friends.
Confringo.
Easily crucible. For me. You've been known to use your tongue.
One less human to worry.
Perhaps I shall scout around.
So where are we landing?
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' camp, Ironrock's loyalists? Just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Incendio. Levioso.
Was that your best?
Glacius. Compulsor. Confringo. Defender.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Defender. Defender. Glacius. Arresto momentum.
Now to find out what happened here.
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Incendio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Repulsor. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
You're back! Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Bard of Beaumont.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Brookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confront!
Are you quite finished?
Much too slow.
Why don't you come up here and fight me? I work best.
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
I could be using something. I could do Let's get this over with.
Bombard. Stupendo. Arresto momentum. Confront. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confront. Expelliarmus.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
I should tell you, rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Revelio.
We're making quick progress.
Revelio. For better or for worse, we're in.
Expelliarmus!
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accident.
Incendio!
Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Hello?
Incendio.
Expelliarmus!
I won't rest until you're...
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the solar sign.
Smashing.
Number of endearing. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Bombarda. Sendo. Chris. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that.
Depulso.
All declared war.
Lumos. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Still not seeing a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. Incendio.
What distraction is that?
Revelio. We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised? It's almost as if they were waiting.
Crucible. Confringo. Defender. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Bombard. Confringo. Defender.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery, you know.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo.
Above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Incendio.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts. And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable. You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous. Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Crucio. Bombarda. Flipendo. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Defender. Repulsor. Glacius.
Quite an impressive fighter, aren't you?
Confringo.
That's your match, I'm afraid. I should warn you, I won't make the same mistakes my colleagues have made. I know you're the one who stole our hippogriff. We've been looking for you. You won't knock this wand loose, and I'd not try if I were you.
You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Confringo. Defender.
Careful now.
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
What have you done?
Confringo.
Oh, it is so.
Revelio. Oh. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Incendio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Another. Caught in my trap. You're the one who stole our goblin helmet. Well, their goblin I've seen you, Jules. I've seen your magic, and I'm not your one who released Treadwell, are you? That was a mistake.
You will regret coming here.
Imperial. Confringo. Crucio. Confringo.
to the slaughter. You're the one who stole our hippogriff. You're about to regret it. You shouldn't go up area. Stolen by others. Think you're clever, don't you?
You're not doing your need. They say.
I shall end you. You
Die for them.
how nice of you to stop.
Quite conductive.
Imperial.
Expulso.
Not quite. Is that it? It's me.
I'll bury you in the sea. Pathetic display. What are you going to... Let's get this over.
Confringo.
Is that the best you can do?
Imperial. Christ. Expulso. Retake. Incendio.
Forever.
Incendio.
Expulso.
What was that? I should have been your death.
Crucible.
Rebellion. Confringo. Imperial.
Rest easy, my large friend.
You made a mistake coming here. Imperial. Confringo.
Easily diverted.
Imperial.
You're the one who released Treadwell, aren't you?
Confringo.
Little dog. Notice you ain't wearing that goblin helm you stole.
Confringo. You are terribly out there. Surely you can see Imperial.
Finite. Confringo.
Your spells get... I've been fighting.
Imperio. Confringo.
I won't rest. You're dead.
Imperial.